Good morning, and thank you for joining me. Wanted to jump on here this morning real quick and just talk about transition. It's all around us this time of year as we transition from the longer, slower days of summer into fall. And the interesting thing about fall is that there's a lot going on. However, we're truly being asked to start to slow down. And so traditionally, fall is harvest season, and we're beginning to collect the abundance of all the work that we did over the summer. And this can feel overwhelming. It can make us feel like we need to move more, that we need to do more, that we need to get it all done before the deadlines. And the truth is, we need to slow down. We need to take it one thing at a time. And we need to thoughtfully decide what we're doing with each resource and how we're going to make it last. We need to decide how we're investing our energy, where we're placing our focus. We need to reflect on the summer and what has served us and what hasn't, and what has exhausted us. If we were doing things during the summer that were making us tired, it's going to be really important to step back from those things and look at how they need to change so that we have enough energy to continue through the fall without feeling constantly drained and exhausted. Fall is really about noticing where you are, how much energy you have to give, deciding what it is that's really important, beginning to embrace those things that are really important while we gently let go of the things that are draining, that are too much. It's exactly what the trees do. They let go of those leaves and they stand firm on their foundation and they hold the energy that they need for the winter. And we as people can do the exact same thing if we're willing to slow down and pay attention. It's not about moving from one thing to the next. And when we do that, we don't transition. We are very abrupt. We are, okay, today is the end of this and tomorrow is the beginning of that. Or, put this down and start that right now. We live in a very immediate world. And the natural world does not work that way. It is not summer and then suddenly fall. It is a transition. And over the last several weeks, I've been truly watching Earth as she transitions and just watching how slowly she moves and how things very delicately change. And realizing that we can create that same thing within ourselves. If we begin to very gently notice what we need to let go of, and then begin to let go of things one at a time, deciding if they need to be replaced with something that is more energy giving or more restoring, or if those things just simply need to be let go of, and the space just needs to be left open for flow for now. One of the things that we do is that we are constantly trying to fill the void, the space. We're always trying to put more in, more in, more in. I encourage you to notice yourself doing that. You don't need to put more in. You need to slow down and pay attention to what the void is birthing. The void is a void on purpose, and it's supposed to be left open. It's creative. It's where you create from. And if it's cluttered and clogged and stuffed with a bunch of crap that you don't know what to do with, your creation is going to be very limited and confusing and chaotic and overwhelming and draining. I'm going to encourage you today as we quickly move toward the solstice. Begin to notice how you can transition. Can you begin to clean some clutter? Not just from your house, not just from your desk or your car, but also from your mind. Can you begin to let go of unprocessed emotions? Can you begin to embrace the present moment? What are the things that need your focus right here and now? How do you meet those present moment needs? How do you, by doing this, begin to notice how much energy it takes to do that? And then begin to notice what you can let go of so that you are able to meet your own needs. What you'll find is that once you begin to get really good and practiced at meeting your own needs, you have more energy and you can begin to pick up some of those things that you had to let go of. Again, transition. Watch the seasons. The earth is always guiding us. It's telling us when to pick things up and put them down, when to rest, when to simply just let things settle. Right now, the next few days is a time for reflection, a time for noticing, a time for accepting, a time for being gentle. And from this gentle, accepting, clear space, it's time to make some decisions as to what the fall is going to look like and how you can begin to transition so that you're not overwhelmed, wore out, and over it by the time the 21st of December reaches us. I send you all the love and balance that I possibly can spare, and I ask you to remember it doesn't have to be hard. Notice your resistance. Meet it where it is. Stop trying to force things. You can't force a baby to stop crying, and you can't force your fear to let go. Gentle, gentle. Teach it that it's safe. Give it experiences where it can see that it's safe. Use your tools. Use your breath. Reassure yourself. Ask for support. Take it one present moment at a time. I hope this is helpful. I hope that it reminds you that even when it's confusing, if we just slow down, we can begin to discover things that make sense and that feel better. Have a great day. Namaste.